Michael, I think you guys started the third quarter on an 18-2 run. What do you chalk that up to? Was it improved energy, or did you have a masterful halftime speech?
Combination.
Yeah.
At halftime, I just got on our guys because our turnovers are just out of control. I mean, like we were just throwing the ball all over the place, and that's giving them life. And when Jamal goes down, we had guys step up tonight, which is great. But you got to be just a lot more disciplined with the basketball. Second half, Vinny, we only had 3 turnovers for 4 points. That allowed us to get off to a great start because we weren't fueling their break. We took care of it, and we got shots up every single time down, and we scored 123, had 31 assists, made 16 threes, and shot 52 from the field. But there was I felt just a greater energy and urgency to start that third quarter. Started out 8-0, they called a timeout, to your point. I know it was a 23-6 run at one point, and that kind of gave us some breathing room. But that second quarter, whether it's Jamal going down or whatever it was, we just weren't playing our brand of basketball. And to see those guys turned around at halftime and to have one of our best quarters of the year was great to see.
Is there any concern about the severity of Jamal's hamstring?
We really haven't spoken to our training staff yet. I'll go in there and speak to them and our doctors now. You always worry about those types of injuries because they can stick around for a while, so we have to be smart about it. The great thing was tonight, we used Aaron Gordon as a backup point guard. We used Reggie Jackson. We used Colin Gillespie. I can't say enough great things about Colin, the journey he's been on to get through everything he's gone through, and to go out there and play the way he did tonight. You root for kids like that, so happy for Colin and the job that he did tonight.
How would you assess your guys through 7 games this season?
I think we're playing a very effective brand of basketball. I think our defense has been, pretty good. I think our offense, aside from the turnovers, has been very good. But the way I look at it, I'm always looking at room for improvement. Yes, we're 6-1, but I think we can be playing so much better, more consistently on both ends of the floor. But what I like most about it, there has been no hangover coming into this season. There has been no we can just turn it on at some point. We're the defending champions. That's not who we are. That's not who we've ever been, and I would never allow that to happen. But our guys, to give them a lot of credit, they've understood the responsibility that comes along with winning a championship, and they've, for most of the nights this year, they've come out with the proper mindset and approach.
Coach, you credited Nikola last night for being great every single night, and tonight he goes for plus 33 and has however many stats he does have. So is it the commitment to fitness? Is it the ability to just stay in the moment? What is the secret to Nikola being ready night after night?
Honestly, hard work. I mean, it's too bad that people can't peek behind the curtain, but I say this, when I say that, I do not say it in jest. Nikola Jokic, we do a pre-practice warm-up routine. Some guys go through it, they get through it. Nikola is sweating. He's going through it hard. When he gets his lifting sessions with Felipe, he's going through that hard. When he's in practice, he's playing hard. There's no magic formula. Yes, he's incredibly gifted, high IQ, unbelievable feel for the game, passer. He sees things happen before most people even think about them happening. But I just give credit to his work ethic. I mean, you don't perform at the level he performs at every night and get the attention that he gets every night and play at this level if you're not preparing every single day to do your job at a high level. So I just want to make sure people understand how hard Nikola works day in and day out.
2 really good games by MPJ back-to-back. Is he raising the bar for expectations?
He did that last year, in my eyes. I mean, last year was such an impressive year for Michael Porter Jr. on both ends of the floor. So, once you show me you can do it, now the expectation is to do it every night. And so, I want to move past the point where, when Michael has a good game, it's wow, Michael played well tonight. That should be the standard. He's that talented of a basketball player. So to your point, 27 points, 6 rebounds, got to the foul line 5 times tonight. We got there 30 times as a team, which we have not done this entire season. But, yeah, I mean, Michael is putting together games, but that should be the expectation because that's how important he is to our team.
You guys won the rebounding battle tonight. Rebounding correlated pretty closely with your guys' wins in the playoffs. What's shifted for you guys in that specific category?
Well, I think you look at Aaron and Nikola, right? There's, I think, 28 rebounds right there. 9 defensive for Aaron, 12 defensive for Nikola. And it's been something I've been harping on. I mean, we're not running as well as we should because going into tonight's game, I think we're 25th in defensive rebounding percentage. And, so just showing film, ball watching, leaking out, not getting back into the fight, and understanding that before we can get out and run, all 5 have to rebound. And obviously tonight, Michael 6, Aaron 12, Nikola 16. Christian does a great job on the glass, 5 off the bench. And then we get out and get 15 transition points. So it's just been a heightened awareness. To your point, last year the rebounding correlated with when we won games. This year we've won games when we've been out rebounded, but I want to be a team that dominates the glass on both ends, and to win it by 12 tonight is a great thing to see.
Is that point of rebounding correlating with your playoff win something you stress to the team?
Oh yeah, it's something that we talked about all last year. It's something we talked about going into this season, and it's something we've been talking about through 7 games. Because even when we were winning, I always tell our guys, I'm not going to accept in victory what I wouldn't accept in defeat. And if we're getting our butts kicked on the glass, even in a win, we have to improve that. And it can't be just on our bigs. And I give Aaron credit. Aaron and I talked shoot around yesterday. I can't even think what date it is anymore. The schedule's been crazy. And I said to him after shoot around, I said, listen, man, get yourself going. Get on the glass. He was averaging 4 rebounds a game after the first 5. Aaron should be getting 8 to 12 rebounds every night. And yesterday he had 8. Tonight he had 12. So I think he's taken that message to heart, which is great to see.
Obviously, Reggie ends up playing more with the starters tonight than he usually would. But what have you sort of liked about him being the first guy off of that bench generally so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, Reggie obviously is, I think he's played well for us. 16 points tonight, 3 assists, only 1 turnover. Shot the ball very well. He's a scoring guard, but he can also make his teammates better. He's a veteran. You trust him. He's got the ball in his hands. He's going to make the right play more times than not. And obviously, in that second half, I wanted to get Colin out there with Nikola because Nikola's kind of like our point center. And then Reggie could be with the starters, but you can also play him with DeAndre and those guys as well. So, Reggie's been around the league a long time, and I think he's been, leading that second unit at a pretty high level. Depends on the question.
Well, I just want to check, what is it about a guy like Colin that made him worth keeping around last year when you guys could have cut him loose at any time?
Well, I think that speaks, about who we are as an organization. We're not cutthroat. Colin suffers a horrific injury after a very impressive summer league. And, the easy thing to do is, well, hey, let's cut him and find somebody that can help us. But I give Calvin, I give Josh, I give our entire organization credit because we believed in Colin. That night of the draft, I was hoping he didn't get drafted because we wanted him. He was a national NCAA point guard of the year. Guy's won a championship. He played for one of the best college coaches in recent history, in Jay Wright. He just has a great feel for the game. He makes open shots. He's used to winning. He has all the attributes that you want, all the intangibles that you want. So that's why tonight was special for me, to see him go through that injury, miss all year last season. And like Jamal went through, like Michael's gone through, there are some dark days within that. And to come out of that and to be able to go out there in a meaningful NBA game and play well, you just want to give the kid a hug. And he got the game ball tonight, and he deserved it because of the journey he's been on. And you can see how much his teammates love him and how excited they were for him.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Coach.
It's a good closing question, man.